Hey, do you drive a Landcruiser? Is your wife always complaining that you get flashed every time you're driving? I've got a little bag here. It's going to show you how to fix all your problems. G'day, I'm Todd from Off-Road Crusader, and this is how to adjust your auto leveling headlights on your 200 series. So this is the Kaon auto leveling headlight bracket that you can buy from their website. It came out a few months ago, suits 150 series Prados, your 200 series and also your 300 series. Uses the same bracket in a slightly different way. It's got all the instructions on the website, but we're going to go through how easy it is to install on the Cruiser. I've been meaning to do this little job for a while and I finally got a bit of time, so we're going to dive into it right now. It is an easy DIY job that you can do at home. All you need is a few spanners. You'll probably want a bit of an open space and a wall in front of you to be able to measure your headlights levels and that sort of stuff. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to dive in and I'll show you exactly why I think I need to put this headlight bracket in with a bit of maths. So I've done a few measurements here. I've got my carport, which is generous, but doesn't quite allow as much space as I'd like. So I've backed the car up as far as I'd like to, and the headlights are sitting 3,200 away from the shed wall. The height of the headlight, 1,100 mil. So when you look at it across there, you go, cool, there's a cut off there, and you measure that from the ground, and it is 1,100 mil. Oh dear. The headlight is not actually dipping to lower it, so it's just casting it forever in front of me. So we need to reduce that angle down and bring that level on the wall down. By Toyota's recommendation, this should have a 1% drop. So for every 3.2 meters it goes from the car to the wall, it should drop by 3.2 centimeters, that distance. So we could drop it down to, what's that, 1068 mil. I'm going to drop it down to 1050 just to make it that little bit lower. I think because it's it's a lifted vehicle, it's a Landcruiser. It's already high to begin with, and it doesn't give you a lot of droop, especially if you've got a low car. So I'll drop them a little bit further than standard, but that's what we're set up with. That's what we're aiming for. Let's dive under the back end. I'll show you how we're going to change it all. Now, to do this job, you don't have to take off the wheel, but for filming purposes and just for probably giving a little bit more exposure onto the problem, I've removed the wheel. I've jacked the car up slightly, but tried to keep it about the same. Now, if you look back here, that arm, this one, is the one that does the adjusting. So there's a bracket behind that, which holds that bracket in place. And as the axle moves to its range of motion, that will trigger that arm. That arm comes up and meets up with a little armature up there, and then it adjusts the light of the headlights against over there. You can see, because I've got the back of the car raised slightly, my marker is in a slightly different spot. I've marked where it is now, where it was when the car was level, and that dotted line is 50 mil below the current. So that's what we're aiming for. So we're going to go take that bracket off out the back. It's literally just 2 bolts. Replace it with the Kaon one, and then do our adjusting and go from there. So let's jump into it. That was probably one of the easiest mods I've ever done on the car, and super simple and really effective as well. So putting that bracket on is really only going to take you probably less than 5 minutes. You've got 1 bolt to undo, and then you put 3 bolts on, all 10mm spanners, all nice and easy. Job's done. The great thing is that it does adjust where that headlight sits. So right now I've got the headlight on low beam. The car's still jacked up, so you can see that's where it was before when it was jacked up. And just by having the sensor not all the way bottomed out, but just off the bottom, I've managed to get that 50mm below what I was aiming for. So I've achieved my goal of what I wanted to do. But just so you're aware, if your vehicle's lifted higher than mine, so mine's got about a 2.5, 3 inch lift in the front. If your vehicle's lifted high and you need it to drop more, the max adjustment you'll get is 130mm below where it currently sits, which is pretty amazing. But it's great to know that this simple little thing has achieved the goal I want it to do. Super quick, super easy, super cheap, and it's fantastic. Thanks, Kaon. Let's put the car back on the ground and make sure it all works. And look at that, there's our original line. And we go down from there, 50mm, and there's our cutoff. Spot on, exactly what I was trying to achieve. Massive thank you for Kaon for sending me the little bracket, and I hope this has really helped some people out to overcome the problem of people flashing their lights at you when you're trying to drive. Your headlights are up too high. This is how to adjust them, and especially if you've got a suspension lift on it, this is how to do it properly. Can't wait to head out at night time now and see how the new adjustment goes. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you next time on Off-Road Crusader. Cheers.